today is another beautiful day to be with you. It's my hands that I love moving. So Mimi, anytime I touch my husband, it means something to me. Does it mean something to you actually?
It means something.
Yeah, my mom was complimenting me. I was eyeing him. I said, why is this man complimenting me? What is he looking for? What were you looking for yesterday? What were you looking for?
Looking for you.
Welcome. We have a case study on the table. For our relationship clinic, we always try to bring out case studies that have been given to us by our members. Keepingmarriagealive is a tribe, a global tribe, and this is a feedback from some of our couples, and so we'll be reading it. So let's go into the case study. So it's talking about Tolu and Mariam have been married for 18 months. While they love each other deeply, intimacy has become a silent struggle. Tolu's love language is physical touch. That's my man. He expresses love by hugging. Mimi, what are you saying?
And initiating sex frequently.
And this is it.
Actually, the three go together.
Mariam's love language is acts of service. Are you serious? She feels most loved when Tolu helps with chores at home, supports her work, and speaks gently to her. Over time, Tolu begins to feel rejected. Mariam feels pressured and emotionally disconnected. One day, after Tolu complained again about Mariam's lack of sexual interest, Mariam broke down and said, I can't be intimate when I'm overwhelmed, tired, and feeling unseen. Help me first, and my heart will open. Tolu was shocked. He had assumed as long as he provided financially, that should be enough. So welcome. This is a
Welcome to Relationship Clinic.
Yes.
Here we try to dissect the issues in relationship, whether you are married, whether you are courting, whether you just met each other. You glean one wisdom or the other that will make your relationship much better. I'm Rich, and I'm here with my lovely wife,
Angie.
Today we're talking about intimacy.
Yes.
And the title is Different Needs, Same Marriage.
I don't know about you, but I'm yet to meet a couple that their needs are the same. Even I and my husband, our needs are like 7 and 8. Maybe what do you think?
The whole idea is collaboration. You meet the other person's needs, you meet your own needs, and it works.
By the way, remember that Relationship Clinic with 𝘿𝙄𝙁𝙁𝙁 is powered by Keepingmarriagealive Initiative, the parent of this organization, and it's a privilege. We are the founders and we want to work with you. And before we continue, don't forget to subscribe. This is our YouTube channel, and of course we're on Facebook, Instagram, and Thread as Keepingmarriagealive. We're on X, formerly Twitter, as 𝑎live_KMA. Send us a WhatsApp. Tell us the cases you want us to talk about, the case studies, via +234 708876 5212. Want to hear from you? Also send us an email, info@keepingmarriagealive.com or ngread@keepingmarriagealive.com. We can't wait to hear from you. So let's quickly delve in. What do you think? You, our viewers, what do you think about this case study? We want to hear your comments. And let's hear from feedback from people. Maybe what's the world view about this conversation?
This common issue. Once someone's needs are being met and the other one is not being met, then eventually the other person now rebels and needs are not met. So in marriage, the platform is normal. The world will think it's not an exchange. It shouldn't be an exchange, really.
True.
Love is not an exchange. You give something to want something back. No. But if you keep giving and the thing does not come back, there's a default.
True. I agree with you.
It won't work.
Actually,
So I think.
and I think the world view, you see, Tolu and Mariam play the world view here. Tolu just felt every woman needs money. That's what he said. He said, if I'm supplying your financial needs, why are you complaining? You know, and if you buy the world view, usually your marriage can never really last. You know, it's either you're playing on a different terrain. And she felt he had to help me with the chores, but is there a balance? But there's another worldview here that was down. You know, most people, have you gone, if you are the one who says, men like sex, as if women don't like sex. This story that we've read now can play both sides. A woman can love sex more than the husband, and the man, vice versa.
Yes.
And some men are prone to doing chores at home. It doesn't make them less manly. But the one will tell you, what do you mean? He's in the kitchen? No. So this scenario is not gender-based or gender-biased. It could be on both sides. So.
But the main thing is that you must know is teamwork. And you're in there to satisfy your spouse to some extent. You can't satisfy all.
I like that. I like that.
And the spouse too should consider to know that this person cannot meet all my needs. In fact, cannot. You understand?
But some basic needs.
Yes, some basic needs.
Hey, one name.
Yes, I said all the needs. So basic needs you should try. And in fact, apart from meeting needs, the effort to try to meet the needs is even what the person is looking at.
Yes.
If they see you and you are trying to put an effort, at least they consider that and give you room for improvement. You know.
I agree with my husband. So we're going to bring it to our personal view. Have we ever had this kind of thing in our relationship? And yes, we have. But I'll begin with what do you want to share with our personal view concerning different needs, same marriage? What do you want to say?
Okay, I remember once. Okay, I think I wanted to give my wife a gift, and I bought a Jeep. She doesn't like gifts. The Jeep was parked there 3 months. She didn't touch it.
No, background. See the problem I have? There's no background conversation. What's the background conversation? Everybody hearing them say this guy is a wicked girl. I asked my husband to spend time with me. He was buying me gifts. Maybe buying the gifts to assuage your conscience and not having time for me.
I'm a very busy person.
Background.
So once in a while, we can run off on that area.
So I felt, actually, Mimi, that buying that Jeep was him trying to assuage his conscience. So when they see me with the Jeep, they say, hey, Odogu's wife is driving a Jeep. Why I'm suffering emotionally? Maybe that's the background. And most of us feel into that. Maybe so continue your story. Sorry.
So for 3 months, she didn't touch it. So I had to insist one day and say, come, you're going to drive this car. And all that. Then from there, we progressed to know each other's love language deeply, what she appreciates. Meanwhile, love language is the way the person sees love.
Oh, yes.
The way your spouse or the other person understands what love is.
Yes.
You could buy the whole world for the person and say, so what? And you could just spend a day with the person, just cuddling and all, and then say, oh, you made my whole year. So it's important to know the love language. It's a compulsory course. You must know your spouse love and know your own too. Some of us assume. And you can have a mixture of two too.
Yes, primary and secondary. Yes.
So it's crucial.
I agree with my husband, but I just want to share my own personal view. When I got married, I don't know about you, all the saints in the house say hello, I'm not part of you. I assume that marriage will have entrance into having sex every day. Newsflash for married couples, how is it to? So when I got married, my husband is a very busy person. I realized that we're not prepared. Our expectations concerning sex was different from both sides, and that was a big issue for both of us. And so we had to discuss it. And that brings us to this conversation where Tolu and Mariam is not a bad thing. It's common in most marriages. But what they do after is what is a necessary thing. So what did we do? We sat down and identified what love meant to each of us. Because for me, as you heard, buying that gift didn't mean anything to me, really. Not that I didn't appreciate it. It didn't score points. And the essence, let me give you an example. What did I say to you? I have something in my mind I'm saying, but what did you hear? Nothing. That's how love is like. You must speak a language that the other understands. When I begin to take time and say, I love you, I want you to listen to me, you are listening, so there is a corresponding action. So when we come into our love and say, what happens to people naturally is that we want to love the person the way we understand love. So my husband, if my husband is happy with me, he showers me with gifts. I do appreciate them, you know. But I would prefer him just cuddling me and making love all through the night than all the gifts. Though the gifts are an extra. What do you have to say?
It still boils down to you must know the love language of your spouse. And after knowing it, act upon it. It is not knowledge for storage, it's knowledge for action. So act upon it and try. And incidentally, the love language of your spouse most times will seem illogical to you.
Exactly.
I don't know why I've never seen a couple that the love language of the spouse is
we've not seen, but I think there should be. Yes.
So need to put that effort in love. You need to put it consistently till it becomes like second nature to you. I know what that means.
Okay, let me give you an example of what I mean by second nature. So when we got married, I told my husband I can't sleep without being cuddled. How did you feel?
Did I hear right? Or,
I said, I want because I said, I don't understand. You will sleep now, I'll be cuddling you. As in, but you know, years have passed. Anytime my husband wants to cuddle me at night and I back him, it means I'm upset. So you can get to a place where you understand your spouse. My husband is a gift person, he's a service person. Anytime I see me driving my husband, it's because he appreciates service. And he goes the extra mile to serve. So it's not my first language, but it's a learned language, which I understand because when I shower him in that learned language, he feels valued. So what's your spouse's love language? Well, let's bring it down from love language to what God expects about love. Amy? So you know, remember we said, we talked about the world view, we talked about our view, but now let's bring it to God's view. And we're going to read 1 Corinthians 13. I'm going to read 1 to 8. I'm reading Amplified Classic. It says, if I can speak in tongues of men and even of angels, but have not love, that reasoning, intentional, spiritual devotion, such as inspired by God's love for and in us, I'm only a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have prophetic powers, the gift of interpreting the divine will and purpose, and understand all the secret truths and mysteries, and possess all knowledge, and if I have sufficient faith so that I can remove mountains, but have not God's love in me, I'm nothing but a useless nobody. But I want to go forward. 3, because some people listening to this say, you know what I've done for my spouse? You know, you can show your spouse. Let me tell you, love language is like this. When someone comes to you, Lily, and says, I'm thirsty, and you keep giving them food. Everybody's clapping, you're giving them water. And so water was what the person needed. So as much as you pour food onto them, they will not value that food because they are in need of water. And so love is an intentional act. And you cannot meet someone's need without studying them. What do you have to add to that?
That's very appropriate. If you love the person, you'll be sensitive enough to find out what does the person need, exactly. How does he need it. And when you miss the mark, which occasionally can happen, you get the feedback and like, okay, I should do this again. Because I don't want to keep being in that space where you are corrected or missing the mark.
Isha, let me share something very, very important. Today, we had this shoot and it was delayed, just today. And my husband's nature would have banged the door, walk away, but he knew it mattered to me that we did this today. He was calm, he was kind, he was loving. And so for that, let me give him a little kiss. She, we are talking about it today. Give a kiss. So in line with let's go about our scriptures, but in God's view of it, he said in 1 Corinthians 13, I'm reading verse 3 now, it says, even if I dole out all that I have to the poor in providing food, and I surrender my body to be burned in order that I may glory, but have not love, God's love in me, I gain nothing. So you can actually take care of somebody and you don't love them.
Burn yourself. Can you imagine? That means the intent of people's heart.
I'm telling you. So you can literally take care of somebody, nurse them, and love is not apparent. This is a deep one. Then it begins. What are the characteristics of love? Love endures long and is patient and kind. Love never is envious, nor does it boil over with jealousy, or is it boastful of vainglories. It does not display itself haughtily, it's not proud. It is not conceited, arrogant, inflated with pride. It is not rude, unmannerly, and does not act unbecomingly. Love, God's love in us, does not insist on its own rights or in its own way, or is not self-seeking or resentful or touchy. It takes no account of the evil done to it. It pays no attention to a suffered wrong. It does not rejoice at injustice and unrighteousness. Because sometimes the spouse will hurt you, and you say, I can't wait to hurt them. If you are doing that, you are not in a place of love. Love does the right thing, irrespective of how the other does. But you can do it from afar if the person is an abusive partner, and we must acknowledge that. So, and it says here, love bears up under anything and everything that comes. Is ever ready to believe the best of every person. That's why a spouse will say, I love you. But in that love, we must also understand that there is an underground. Loving, I think it's Mark 12:30-31. Love God with all your heart, with all your mind.
Love God, then as an offshoot of that love, you love your spouse, you love your neighbors.
But you have to love yourself first. So how you won't want to be treated, don't treat someone else. So what else do you have to say before we go into what advice do we give?
Looking at all these characteristics of love, you can see that it's not humanly possible.
Yeah.
It's not something you struggle to do. We've been wired wrongly even from birth.
Yeah.
It needs connection with the divine source. And behold, God is there waiting for him. God is love.
True.
He needs his strength, his grace, his instructions, his directions. It's been sent him to the Holy Spirit to know what to do per time.
True.
You know? So it's a food for thought for all of us. We have to go back to our Creator. And at times we ask, what do we do here? We don't just rush in rage, in anger, and act. Because the anger of man does not work the righteousness of God.
And I just want to add something in answer to Tolu and Mariam's problem, because I think we have not addressed it properly. We should know that your love language and your demand is not wrong. Is that both of you have not discussed how to go about loving each other. One of the key ways is put a reminder that these are the things that matter to my spouse. So when I and my husband began to learn our secondary love, because our love languages for each other is secondary. When I began to learn the secondary love language of my husband, which is acts of service and gifts, I had to put an alarm. It will remind me when last did you buy your spouse a gift. Call him and check upon him. Do something he likes. So gradually it became a second habit. But at the beginning it wasn't. And we also placed special days, birthdays, some days to make it special for one another. I mean, how did you do the same, or what else did you do?
Yes, that's what we put as a time, as a notification to remind you, because as I said, it's not what you likely to reflect. It's not a second nature. So you are like training yourself to please your spouse. You know?
And I want to say something about this. Please, for some men or some women say he or she must understand it, please know. This is something secondary and strange to them. Can you put effort to always tell your spouse exactly where you are and where you need them to meet you? Then, if they don't meet you there, that's where there's a problem. Not you demanding that there is
what you've not told them, they don't know, they should know it in their hearts. They're not spirits like that now.
So, Tolu and Mariam, right? Tolu, we're saying to you today, make our time to spend time working with our acts of service. Yes, and doing acts of service and all. And she make our time for sex. I hope this has blessed you. I think we should pray for those listening. Before you pray, please remember to subscribe, comment.
Drop
And
your questions.
And we will respond. It's an active page. Thank you so much.
Okay. Father, we thank you. Thank you for our spouses, our partners, our friends. Grant us the grace to meet their needs, to show them love in the way they will understand, and to grow in it, and to be creative about it. To grow in it that we may please them, bring a smile in their face, joy in their hearts, and to do it willingly, continuously. It becomes a lifestyle in Jesus' name.
I just want to add this to it. When I began to learn to love my husband properly, I began to pray, God, open my eyes. I may love him through your eyes of love. It makes all the difference. When you love someone through your eyes only, you see the flaws. But when you make out time for God to shine his love through your heart for your spouse, you see empathy. You begin to work together, and the flaws don't hinder you. Rather, it helps you have empathy towards one another, building more deeper love for one another. We are still not perfect, but we are chasing love together, and we are proud of who we are becoming in it. I hope this has blessed you, and till next week. Bye. Don't forget, subscribe. This is still what? Relationship with your girl, Angie, and
I'm Rich.
Marriage is a beautiful thing. To make it work, we have to stick together, yeah. Paying attention to to the things that matter. Always ready to learn. So that's why we gotta